Bibliophools.
Welcome to Bibliophools, where we read books so you don't have to. I'm Evan Cannell, here with Kyle, the werebear Dunshee.
I am a werebear. Thank you for recognizing it.
How crazy would that be? Under the full moon, you turned into a full-blown bear.
I'd be thrilled. I'd be thrilled about it. That'd just be cool. It'd be objectively really cool.
What would you do?
I'd probably go steal some honey. I'd go scratch my back on some trees for sure. Get a good scratch in. And I'd probably just go lay in the creek, wait for some salmon to come by, and bite them. Even though I don't like salmon.
You would.
I
one
would when
day
I was
out
a
of the
bear.
month.
Yeah, I tolerate salmon. I pretend like I like salmon. Probably because I think I'm a bear.
I hate salmon. Salmon's the worst.
Yeah, it's not
of the
that good.
foods.
Stop trying to make it good.
Yeah.
Well, we're
I want a
also
salmon-
joined... No, please. You
I'll-
were on a salmon... What?
I don't want a salmon steak. I don't want it. I don't want it.
No.
I don't want
And
it.
I will just go dumb on a salmon steak.
Interesting. Well, I'll introduce myself.
I
No.
like to eat salmon, is what I'm trying to say. It goes really good with like a little pistachio crust.
Pistachio crust. What are you? A
That actually
nerd?
sounds
It's
really
good.
good. I'd eat
I had a
salmon
little-
with pistachio crust. I'd do that.
How do you do a pistachio? Is it just crushed? Is it
No.
crushed up pistachios? That's all a
Yeah.
pistachio crust is? Or is it pistachio crust when you have Dana Carvey's character from Master of Disguise?
Master of
make
Disguise.
Master
you
of Disguise.
some salmon. Is it pistachio crust?
Pistachio disguisey spits on a cracker, and then you put that on salmon and you eat it. That's what
I'm
it
going to
okay.
introduce McKylan now. We're joined by McKylan, a.k.a. Count Blackula.
Whoa. All right.
We're going to leave that in. Hey,
Interesting.
Evan wrote-
interesting
Evan
choice.
wrote
Yeah, we're
that.
leaving that in. You have a good time getting another job. No, that's funny. There is a Blackula movie. We watched it. It's good. It's like really good.
Really?
we did?
I'm not kidding. There's a Blackula movie. It's made in the 70s. It's like a blaxploitation movie. It's great.
Wait,
Okay.
are you saying I've seen that, McKylan?
Huh? No, I saw it.
Oh, I thought you said we watched it.
Well, boys, there are really two monsters that sort of define Gothic horror. We just did the first one, Frankenstein's monster, so I think it's only right that we shift gears here and do the other one. God damn it. What the fuck, dude?
What was that? Why
Guys,
did you do that?
I like
In the
if I
middle
don't
of a
let
sentence.
if I don't let the I thought you just run over it.
No. Do you know how hard it is to edit out a burp?
Don't.
It's just so unnecessary.
You could've
Okay,
just done
okay.
it off camera.
I'm sorry.
We're leaving that in, you sick fuck. He was ramping up.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
You should. That's what we're asking. That's the least we're asking.
Like, sort of,
Evan,
you can. It'll come out your nose. You can get the burp, and then
He's not-
and then you sort of breathe it out.
I'm
He's
not a
gonna talk to us.
savage. I'm not gonna let the burp come out my nose. That is disgusting.
I would say it's a civilized choice, not
Yeah,
quite savage.
very
Look,
civilized.
you guys can't smell it,
Jedi
so
way.
who cares?
We had to hear it.
It's
Yep.
an audio infotainment medium.
There's at least 42 people now that had to hear that.
Look, if you can't smell the burp or the fart, it's just funny. And if you can't get on board with that, I don't.
I feel that way about farts. I do not feel that way about burps.
Okay, Evan,
Where
please
do you
continue.
want me to start? Should we do
Forgive
it?
me for being a human and having human.
No, that's being a human, according to this book, is the worst thing you can be.
True. So I think it's only right that we shift gears here and do the other one. The solitary, blood-drinking Prince of Darkness who defined an entire genre, on a mission to corrupt every woman and girl he encounters by turning them into his monstrous undead brides, the king of all vampires. That's right. We're talking about Edward Cullen.
Whoa.
Woo!
Boom.
We got you.
The
Ha-ha.
Cole Meister.
Just a little misdirect humor for you.
What are you talking about? That was perfect. I was directed. I was directed right. You landed that plane.
My
Yeah,
direction was
thank you.
missed, so I appreciate it.
Well, that's right. We are headed back once again to our comfort zone of the Pacific Northwest.
It's true. We
I
can't stay
swear.
away.
What? Like
Uh.
at least a third of books have taken place.
If I look at our list, I think it's almost all of them. Like it's more than it's like it's an embarrassing amount.
It is. Well, this time to a real town in real Washington, the foreboding forests of Forks. This is the setting of the one and only Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. Everybody already knows this, but in case you live under a rock, Twilight follows Bella Swan, a shy teenager who moves to the perpetually overcast town of Forks and falls in love with Edward Cullen.
Mac, why'd you choose this book? You chose it.
I chose this
Why?
book because I have AMC A list. Relax. Don't freak out. I know. I'm just a regular guy. Okay. I know it sounds a big deal, and it is a pretty big deal, but I'm a regular guy just like you and the listeners, but I'm not. I'm better. I'm a big deal. So I
Can you
saw they
explain what those 4
Yeah, what the hell
letters
does that
mean?
mean?
AMC A list. You guys don't know what
What
that
is
is?
that?
So it's you
No.
just like
Oh.
subscribe to AMC and then you can go see the movie. You go see 3 movies a week, basically.
Is that like
Oh,
is that
damn,
like
dude. Holy.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna just
But
flex on us like that?
wait, is that like
yeah, it's
Movie
crazy, right?
Pass?
It's
Wow.
kinda like Movie Pass, yeah. But like the individual
Okay.
theater chains started doing it for themselves so they can fleece you for cash. Because
Nice.
everything's a subscription now and we're all gonna die poor and alone.
Mm, ain't that the
And
truth?
but so I saw that they were re-releasing all of the Twilight movies, and I was like, I read Twilight. It's a popular book. That's always good for a pod. We do something popular. We needed a break in our action, which I realized as we were reading it, and I was like, this is more of the same that we've been doing. And then also was just like, I've I started this book and I hated it. And I hated it for a reason that we've talked about it on another podcast that I wanted to get into. So I was like, you know what, this would be a good growth moment. So now that's why we're reading Twilight, the first
Also,
one.
thank you.
Explain. What's the reason?
Yeah.
Because so my big issue was with the way they handled vampires. And as we talked about in what book was that?
Fourth Wing.
They're doing all this mystical nonsense, and I just read Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I preferred that. And so then I was judging it in comparison, right?
To
And
something it wasn't trying to compare to. Fourth Wing was
ex-
not trying to be
it
Dungeon
wasn't
Crawler
trying to
Carl.
be Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I realized I did that with Twilight and Blade.
Oh,
I was a very big Blade kid, and
yeah,
I loved
you
Blade.
it's like every time I'm at your house growing up, it's like,
Blade.
"Let's watch Blade."
Watch Blade. Dun, 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 dun. That first scene with the blood orgy rave or whatever, which I saw somebody on Twitter, don't know who it was. I wish I could shout you out. They were like, that's weird because blood's their food. That's like us being at a rave and they started pouring chocolate out of the ceiling, which I was like, fair. That's weird.
That's fair.
That is bizarre. But and then he kills them all. Wesley Snipes, dude's awesome. So I just loved that brand of vampires are spooky. So I read this book and I hated it. But I also was a 13-year-old boy, so I wasn't supposed to like it. And so
Yeah.
I was like, let's see what new things we find in the 17 years
Okay.
hence. And let me tell you,
Tell us.
I didn't mind it.
You know what? Here's my hot take, piggybacking on that because we're being truthful. I didn't read the book this time because I read the book when I
You
was
piece of
like,
shit.
because I read the book when I was like 14 or
Oh,
15.
shut up.
Just
Mute your mic. I'll mute it for you.
no,
No.
tell my story. I'm trying
I'm
to
not
agree with
reading.
you,
If you
damn
make
it.
me read a book about a fucking tree, I'm not going to read it. That's how now I'm going to be so
Well,
mad
no,
at you.
Mac, because I've already read the book. Have you read the book about the tree before? I didn't
Doesn't
think
matter.
so. I didn't read it this time because I read it before. I read it when I was like 14 or 15.
Yeah, did you not listen to the whole thing I just said?
Yeah, you were having a growth mindset, but my mindset was already expanded because when I read this book, I
You
thought
read
this is actually
Dostoevsky
pretty
one
cool.
time and you have a kid and now your growth mindset.
No, I'm just saying when I read this book when I was 14, I thought this is actually pretty cool. Not cool enough to read the next few books, but I liked it.
So
I liked it.
your flex right now, sorry, Evan. Your flex right now is that you were so grown when you read it the first time. You could not have had a more grown opinion, so you just didn't read the book.
No, I was so grown, I was insecure to tell anyone I thought it was cool. And now as a 30-year-old man, I feel like I can tell people I thought it was cool. Because I'm
Okay.
not afraid of being bullied.
Should be.
Incredible. I did not. Wow.
I
jeez.
didn't mean to upset you, McKylan, and I see that I have, and I'm sorry.
It's
I
fine,
didn't
man.
realize this book was. I didn't know we were reading it for self development. McKylan is
Because it's
engaged
Twilight.
with Twilight to sort of correct the fact that he was mad that Twilight's not Blade.
Blade.
Okay, and then Kyle chose not to read it because he is engaging with it from a I'm coming out
Mm-hmm.
that I liked Twilight when I was 14. So we're growing here. Did I
Yeah,
sum that up correctly?
I think that works. That works.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that
like
works.
the way you phrased it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just would have liked to have a focus, going into this if I'd have known that it was like, let's be better people. I was just like, oh yeah,
my
Twilight.
reason I thought of as I was reading it, Kyle just lied to us and never read it. We usually tell each other when we don't read books.
McKylan is
Look,
salty.
I've already read it. I've read it before as an evolved 14-year-old boy.
It's like the third book I've picked that you haven't read. Just pointing that out. Think about it. 50 Shades. You didn't read that one either. Suck it, nerd.
Yeah, that was a rude thing. I was never gonna read 50 Shades.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Twilight. Twilight was the debut novel. Let's get some book background. This is what I'm doing. I didn't announce that that's what I was doing. We're moving to book background, which isn't a thing that we've done, and I don't know why.
Yeah, we should.
People are already listening to the podcast. Should learn something new.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
what we do.
we're learners.
We are learning.
We're
This time,
growers, not just showers.
hell yeah, all day, every day, except for Tuesdays. Twilight is the debut novel of Stephanie Meyer, who was a stay-at-home mom from Arizona who had never published a book before. The idea came to her in a dream. In June 2003, she dreamed of a human girl and a beautiful vampire boy in a sunny meadow where the vampire was in love with the girl but also wanted to drink her blood. Within 3 months, she wrote the full manuscript, which went on to land her a 6-figure deal with Little Brown. Published in 2005, Twilight became a global sensation, selling over 100 million copies and sparking a 4-book series, blockbuster movies, and an entire genre of supernatural young adult romance.
Also, you're leaving out. She's also like your freaking second cousin, dude.
I was just going to say,
She
we
is.
buried the lead. She is related to our nearest and dearest host with the most, Evan
Evan.
Connell.
It's Cannell, and I will die on that hill. I'm going to correct you every single time. I know you know what my fucking name is. Okay, anyways.
Hey, Brendan Frazier's name is Rick O'Connell, and they'd spell
Wait,
the
are you
same.
serious?
Yeah,
The Mummy.
we've covered this. It should be Connell.
It should be
It's
Connell.
just not.
Okay.
I don't
But-
know. I'm just doing what
Yeah,
I
Evan,
was told.
she's your second
She's
cousin. Your
your-
mom hung out with her all the time. They were like
Yeah.
best friends.
They were pals.
Wasn't there? I've heard a tale that I think you should tell us about. There's some early vampire play going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was. Yeah, please.
Yeah, my mom and Stephanie Meyer used to play vampires like in my great grandpa's basement, which is just wild. It was like, so I saw the book really early on. It had just barely been published, and it was like a giant book. And I was like, well, somebody I'm related to wrote this giant book with an apple on the front. And I was like, that's cool. And then it was like all I ever saw anywhere. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And I did cash in on that every chance I got. I was like, you like Twilight? Yeah, my second cousin wrote that. Did you know that? I did look up, though, because we're second cousins, we share 3.81% of our DNA. So
Which also
you're
means
in
you
So
could
you guys can
legally
have
marry
babies.
her. Yeah, you can have babies with her and they'd be fine.
that's not where I was
Yeah.
going with it. I was saying maybe I'm 3.81% capable of writing such a prolific work. But yeah, like the
it
babies
really seemed
wouldn't
like
die.
you were bringing up that you could have babies with her. That's
Yeah,
what
it
it sounded
sounds
like.
like
No.
you were gonna say that you could
It's just
lay
like
with her.
wild. Like, how many percentage DNA do you share with Stephanie Meyer? You know, like
0.
My
I could have
number
babies with her
isn't-
just fine.
Yeah, Matt could have it no problem. There'd be no genetic abnormalities at all
You just scientifically proved that you could have babies with your cousin.
with your
So
second
that's good.
cousin. Hey, congratulations,
really,
man.
Really
Nice,
not
man.
what I was trying to say. I thought it was an interesting science factoid.
It is an interesting science
was.
factoid.
Sickos.
And I apologize. That
Oh,
is
by the
cool,
way,
but it's also
yeah.
mean to yourself. So I'm glad that we made fun of you, and this is staying. In
that's cool.
I'm
That's
gonna leave
cool,
that
man.
alone.
That's cool that you're related to Stephanie Meyer. I think
Yeah,
that's
it is.
cool.
Thanks,
yeah.
guys.
Do-
But
are
it
you
also-
inspired? Does it inspire you?
Yeah, sometimes I have dreams. Most of the time, though, I am being chased by something, and I can't find. Well, you know what? I can't take my vitamins in my dreams. I keep trying, and then I swallow them, or else I think I do, and then I like open my mouth to talk, and they all fall out, and then I have to pick them up off the ground. So
Are you
I'm not going to
serious?
write a book about that.
That might be good. I had a dream where this guy named Mason was making moves on the lady.
Mason
Mason.
Stringfellow from high school. That
Oh, I
dirty
didn't, even,
dog.
I didn't even think about that. Not Mason Stringfellow though. He looked like Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, he's kind of a good-looking guy.
He's a great looking
Simu
guy.
Leo, whatever.
Simu Liu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was that
That's
hurt.
rough.
That stung.
I had a dream once, but I'm not telling you about it because you guys are being mean to me.
You didn't read
We
the
have
book.
been, extra mean. Maybe we can earn our right to hear your dreams again one day.
That's fine.
You're not invited. Okay, Evan's invited to my birthday party. McKylan is not.
I don't even know where your
Okay,
birthday is.
McKylan,
so
you
it's
can
fine.
come. You can come. You can come.
Oh, I can come.
Oh, you come. I take
Okay,
it back
cool.
immediately after I said it.
Oh, you guys are. We're gonna have a
That was
party this
fast.
Christmas.
We are gonna have a
Hell
Christmas
yeah, we're
party.
gonna have a Christmas
You know,
party.
I had a dream last night that I met with Ryan Holiday, who's one of my favorite authors, and he gave me, as a present, he gave me books, but then he also gave me some alcohol, which I have never drank before, and I thought, This might be the first time I drink alcohol because Ryan Holiday gave it to me.
Whenever you bring up
yeah.
Ryan Holiday, I immediately think of Ryan Stiles from Whose Line Is
Whose Line
It
Is It
Anyway?
Anyway?
And then
They're basically
I'm very disappointed when I see who it really is. I'm like, oh, it's the Stoicism guy? That's not as fun.
they're basically the same person, Mikhail.
Actually, they kind of are.
All right, I'm not making the connection, but we can move on.
They're big and doofy looking.
Okay, all right, I got it. You got me there. You always do. Let's jump into the book. Man,
You
okay,
talk
well,
about the big doofy looking guys a little bit longer?
I consider myself an expert on being
Big
a big doofy looking guy.
That was our third idea for the podcast name, right?
Big doofy looking guys.
Yeah.
Big doofers. Yep.
I think when we start an OnlyFans, that's what we can call it. It's only a matter of time.
I'm pitching also Dude, Doof, and Doofy.
Dude, doof, and doofy. Your guys' OnlyFans can be called two doof, and doofy guys. My OnlyFans will be called a guy with almost a six-pack when he squishes his fat together to make it look like a six-pack.
It's too long.
I think
It's
that's
true.
got legs. All right.
No one's gonna click it.
Well, in the mossy wilderness of Forks, Washington, population 3,120, the rain never stops, the sky never brightens, and the Coldplay never stops playing. Bella Swan, pale and awkward, moves here from the sun-soaked Arizona to live with her father, quiet local police chief Charlie.
Okay, I have two questions. Number one, is Forks a real place? Is
It
a
is.
real place. It's a real place. That's
Really?
great. When I lived in Portland, I went to some restaurant in the middle of the woods, and they're like, "Oh, they filmed a scene from Twilight here." And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool," but it wasn't in Forks. And if Bella's from Arizona, how come she's not like this tan little girl? How come she's already pale if she's from
That
the
was
sunshine?
my first question as well. Also, it's
address
more
it.
like Paramore or Muse is what's playing constantly. Coldplay, they didn't make the soundtrack. I'm looking at it right now. This is of its time.
This Paramore? That's badass Paramore.
Yeah,
I think
Paramore,
that
Muse.
Stephanie said clocks inspired whole sections, or she would listen to it while she wrote it. So there's a tie-in.
Oh,
Okay.
really? Oh, this is insider.
Okay,
This is
okay.
insider info.
Evan,
This
you
might
can't
be our
leave it-
best episode ever.
Okay, but you can't have a tie-in that only you know, Evan, because
It's
no one else
online.
would know that. Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'm pretty sure that. Sorry, I thought I was making. I didn't know I was doing inside baseball. That was
If
unintentional.
she told you that
There's good
personally, how could
baseball.
we know that?
That's true.
Bon Iver, he's got that Rosalind song in the one of them.
Oh, is that
Oh,
the one
that's
that's
cool.
like
It's a damn good song.
It's like Rosalind, 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 Rosalind,
No.
Rosalind.
That's not the song.
Damn it.
Close. I think you.
I don't
think
know that
you're-
song.
Yeah, that's a good one though. Yes.
You
Let's
know
get
how-
into the
well,
characters because I have thoughts on everybody.
Let's do it. Let's meet our cast. We talked a little bit about Bella Swan, introverted, observant, and self-conscious. Bella narrates the story with intense internal monologue and minimal sense of self-preservation. Also, Edward Cullen, impossibly handsome, eternally 17, and harboring a century's worth of tortured brooding. Edward's family, the Cullens, a coven of friendly vampires who abstain from human blood and live as an eccentric but close-knit family. Charlie Swan, Bella's dad, a good-hearted small-town cop trying to connect with his quiet daughter, and Bella's friends, well-meaning but fully forgettable classmates who mostly exist to remind us that Bella is different.
She's not like the other girls, guys.
Not at all.
Okay. Yes. So this is I haven't really shared this with you guys. I do take notes while I read the book, right? And
Oh,
it's
wow.
just random thoughts I have that I'll write down sometimes. Maybe one day we'll release some of these notes, but I felt like
Oh,
this
yeah.
would be good because I don't revisit them usually. I kind of like will take the note just at random while I'm like working out or on the train or something, and I'll forget about it. And then I'll see them after we do the episode, and it's useless. But one of the notes that I wrote down, everyone's so obsessed with me in quotes, and then it just says, "She's a bitch." And that's how I feel about Bella. And I'll keep bringing these up as we talk about the book. But I feel like as we start the book, that's where we start.
This is Bella. Everyone's obsessed with me. Parentheses. She's. I love that. Oh, that's so funny and accurate.
Okay.
Sorry. Is Edward's family? They're not all blood related. They're just different vampires
No.
who've chosen to be abstinent from blood, right?
They all came from Carlisle. So Carlisle's the dad, and he's also a doctor and super handsome, whatever. But he gets lonely, and so when he gets lonely, sometimes he'll turn somebody that like won't be missed. So Edward was dying of like Spanish influenza, and his parents
Edward's
had already
the
died.
first one.
Yeah,
Are you serious? Damn.
He's also married to Esme. I don't know when she turned.
Well, okay. So I remember
After Edward.
exactly, but let's get into this when we get into the bullets. Let's go.
Okay, let's get back to the girl who everyone's obsessed
You
with.
want to keep going? Is that what I'm
Yeah.
hearing? Okay,
I want to
all
keep going because there's stuff I want to do it in order. Because if we don't, I'm gonna start just going off on just tangent after tangent.
All right. So
I'm excited about this book. It's weird. I didn't think I would be, and like I think it's because I've seen all the movies, and I like. It's just like it's like going home. You know, I remember hating it so much. It was such a big part of our lives.
It was.
It really was, and I'm so glad you said that because I definitely focus on that towards the end. So once again, great minds absolutely thinking the most alikest. Bella arrives in Forks and turns a lot of heads immediately, all of the heads, because it's been a really long time since Forks has had a newcomer of any kind. But the attention that unsettles her the most is Edward Cullen's. One day, he glares at her with murderous intensity. The next, he vanishes entirely. Later, out of the blue, he saves her from a near-fatal van accident by teleporting in front of her and stopping the van with his bare hands. Bella knows then, Edward, not like the other boys.
All right, so let me just read you some notes that I got from this part. All right?
Let's hear 'em.
Please.
And I'll just do them because I think these are in order. First things first. She calls her dad Charlie,
That's disrespectful.
and it drives me crazy. And I wrote, I love Charlie. Call him dad, you jerk.
I agree. Respect your
Yeah, right? I don't know why. He's just awesome. Charlie's a great dad.
Charlie's
He's
a great
just-
character.
He's the best character, I feel like. He's the only one that I relate to in any way, shape, or form.
Wait,
and
tell
then-
me more about that. Why?
Because
What
he just kind of seems a little tired and just doing his best. And I feel like that's
Yeah.
how he's the only character that is related. Because Bella, she does this thing that's super annoying because it's in first person, right? Where she keeps talking about how different than she is from everybody and how clumsy and silly she is.
Mhm.
And then we'll turn on a dime and be like, but everybody wants to talk to me and they won't leave me alone. And all these boys keep trying to ask me out. And it's super annoying. Because you're just like,
Yeah. It's like,
you
we
just-
get it. You're hot. Like,
She's
calm
like,
down.
she keeps saying they only like me because I'm different. And I'm like, yeah, people are paying attention to you and like you douche. Like, just lean in, you freaking ass.
No, yeah, you're a high school girl getting attention. Oh no, there's so
Yeah.
much worse things to be.
All the girls want to be friends with me and all the guys want to help me. And I'm actually pretty decent at all the classwork because I've already done all of it because I'm ahead. And blah.
Yeah.
That does happen. She's like, I already did these labs, so
Yeah.
I already know about the stages of mitosis. Okay.
So here's my next
sorry.
note for her real quick. Bella is a wet fucking blanket. Continue, Kyle.
I agree. And so that's why everyone's like, oh, Kristen Stewart did a bad job. No, that's the character. The
She nailed
character.
it.
She nailed it.
Did too good, actually.
You might have thoughts on her as an actress. I don't.
She's
but
good at her job. She did her
She's
job.
good at her job, but she
Incredibly
nailed
well.
the character. So when Edward stops the bus with his hand, does anyone else see it? Like, no one sees it, right?
So everybody sees it, but nobody sees that.
What?
He doesn't literally teleport. He can run so fast you can't even see him. It's
Yeah,
like a
but he
Flash
stopped a whole ass
situation.
bus. He stopped.
So
But
the
it's
bus
the-
like slams together and he like lifts it up and pulls them underneath it. It's not like he's just in the spot,
That
It's
seems
weird,
dangerous.
right, Evan? Am
It's like, yeah, so it's sliding on snow, so it's sliding sideways, and it's sort of between Bella and everybody else. So, like, suddenly he's right there, and then it sort of tips towards her, and then he, like, pushes it back, and then there's a big dent in the van.
Okay, so it is obvious. It is obvious that something happened.
To Bella, but nobody else saw that happen
Okay, interesting.
because the van was in the way.
yeah.
I think right away I was like, vampires are cool, but they also have superpowers, and that's what I think is neat about this book.
It's weird. They turn into X-Men. Okay,
Yeah.
here's another note that I had. Just while we're talking about the teenager stuff of it all. And I was like, I think so one thing I thought about is it's funny because she's such a teenager and all adults hate teenagers, but then teenagers also just hate themselves. So it creates this weird,
Hate
is it
loop.
Ouroboros where just everybody hates everybody in this situation. And they're valid. It's right. Because teenagers, as you learn, Stephanie did a great job of catching a teenage girl's voice or just a teenage people's voices because it's so. And that's what made me. This makes sound like I'm dissing the book. I like the book a lot because I was like, this teenager's awful, and I hate her.
Yeah.
Just
more-
this real teenagers. Yeah, okay.
And I'm like, and that's a great job. that you're doing
It's a
that
great
because, like,
job.
I feel like if I had to sit in a teenager's brain all day, I would be like, God,
Yeah,
you
oh
are the
my.
worst.
Seriously, you couldn't pay me enough to have to sit in a room as a 30-year-old man that I am with like a 17-year-old girl. I'd be like, ugh.
There's a lot of reasons for that, actually. There's, like,
Yeah.
legally, I
Yeah.
think that's good advice to follow.
Yeah.
It's, like,
Yeah,
not
but
to
it's like,
find
what are
yourself in that situation.
but like, what am I gonna
Run.
talk to you about? She's gonna be like, "Did you see the TikToks?" I'm like, "No,
Sadly, I
no."
would probably be able to do
You'd
that.
be like, "Actually, yes."
I'd be like, I know exactly what memes you're talking about, but we're gonna find a parent or a third adult.
Yeah, but like, to your point, McKylin, they suck. And when we were teenagers, we sucked. And there's a lot
Oh,
of
we
people that
sucked
can
so
probably
bad.
attest to that.
Yeah, it was fun, though. Well, it turns out Edward and his whole family are vampires who live at peace with humans and only drink animal blood. And they call themselves vegetarians. It's sort of like a cute little inside joke that they have with each other.
Like, we just torture small animals. We're vegetarians.
It's vegetarian.
So
Yeah, exactly.
this is my
Morrissey's
quote for that
furious.
one. This is my quote for that one. These people are weird and they're kind of dumb.
Wait.
That was what I felt
That was
when I
it.
saw that
Super smart.
No, they're
No.
super smart. They've been alive forever.
But that is just dumb. Like they're not funny. They're
No,
stupid.
they're smart, but you're right. They're not funny. They're not as clever as
It's-
they think they are.
They're dorks.
I saw an
Also-
interview with Robert Pattinson, who famously hates the Twilight movies, and he was like, "Why are they in high school? Why do they keep going back to high school?
That
Wouldn't
was-
it be simpler
that
if
was
they
my
didn't
note.
stay in high school?"
Yeah.
I'm like, because even some of them were like adults in the time that they were killed, and I'm like, why would you go to high school? Just say you
For the
look young.
experience.
Yeah,
Just say you're in
okay.
your 20s.
especially
get a
because
job.
Carlisle will turn a male and then he'll turn a female and then they become companions. And so they are all at high school together and it just seems like, man, that brother and sister are really close and that other brother and sister are really close and then there's that other brother who's just sort of like, what's he do? And then
Yeah.
they get married and everybody's like, oh, well, they're adopted. And I'm like, that's freaking weird, dude. You got
That's
like an
still weird.
adopted couple family just hanging out? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I would be so creeped out if I knew a family that they kept adopting kids to marry each other. I'd be like, you're a bad family.
I'd
You
be
know,
like,
bad
does your
people.
house look like the Chainsaw Massacre house? Like, is that
Yeah.
this is
Weird.
What is
crazy?
wrong?
Weird tie-in though, but that's exactly what happens in Frankenstein.
Oh, sure.
Frankenstein's parents adopt
My
his sister so
gosh.
she can marry. So I guess that's a gothic thing to do.
Yeah,
So
but this book is goth. It's not gothic.
So does Edward not have a companion?
No, he's lonely.
Well, he does. He was supposed to.
It was supposed to be Rosalie, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
His
Rosalie was
sister.
supposed to be his companion, but then
But
they
he's like,
didn't
"You're my
take to
sister?"
each other. And so
Yeah, and then Big
she
Bad
got
Emmett
Emmett.
came along.
What are they, dogs in heat? What the hell is going on? They can
Sort of.
take to
Carlisle
each
is
other.
kind of getting so. I mean, we're talking about the family, so I'll go on for a while about this because whatever I
Yeah.
want to. But so when Carlisle's going into the family, the way they do it is like it's the first time. It's a whole thing, and we're kind of skipping ahead, but it doesn't matter. And he starts describing in detail how they met, and it is super creepy because he's just like, I found these people that were recently like dead or dying and they didn't have any family members, and so I would adopt them into our family. And so the first one he does is Edward, and Edward is the oldest of the siblings, which is weird that he's the only one alone and he's the one that likes to go to high school the most.
Yeah, it's a little predatory.
And
Edward
then-
is
yeah.
a psycho serial killer of a person, if you
Yeah.
think about it.
But he's hot as hell.
But he's hot as hell.
And he's smug. Yeah. Carlisle and Edward are buds, and then they go and find this lady who like fell off a cliff and is dying. And they're like, let's turn her. And then she just becomes Esme. And that's Carlisle's like, I'll marry this one. And now they're married. And I'm like, how morally, because they keep saying like they're the good guys. How is that cool? Like, not even I get that you're turning these people, but then the making them your wife thing, weird.
What if Carlisle found Esme and he's like, she's my wife now, but then he found another one and he's like, oh, damn it, she's a lot hotter. She's actually my wife now. Esme, you're just my sister.
You could do that
That-
because
that'd be
I don't know
funny.
what the rules are with these people. Because
Yeah, there's not really
Rosalie
rules.
and Edward. Yeah,
Even if it looks super like they're just like trad wife vampires for like a long time, they've been alive for like hundreds of years. So at some point, somebody's going to be like, why don't we shake it up a little?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Let's throw our the keys to our bedroom in the living room bowl and see what happens.
We
Gross.
like
Yeah.
the whole thing. Here's my-
Absolutely weird and creepy stuff going on there.
Super
I don't know
creepy.
what I just said. Go ahead.
There's something. This is where the kind of it's very Mormon-y.
Stephanie
Yeah.
Meyer's Mormon. Yes, for the listeners.
Is she
This is
active?
where the Mormon-y stuff kind of starts to seep in. Because, like, any other depiction of vampires is like, they're freaky. They're fucking freaks. They get up to all kinds of stuff. Even the good ones are like, ooh, let's have sex. And these ones are so chaste. And you have to get married. And you make
That's true.
damn,
Yeah,
like,
because that's
really
God's
weird.
law, idiot. What, you're gonna have sex before marriage?
Like some heathen.
Like some gross heathen monster person?
Unacceptable. Well, every once in a while, so this is the situation. Okay, so we've explained now Edward is alone, loves going to high school, as Mac pointed out. Every once in a while, a human comes along who smells so tasty that they're almost irresistible. So everybody's got like a personal brand of human that is like extra super tasty. And so Edward, also they have superpowers and they're different superpowers. It's very X-Men-y. Edward
very
can read
X-Men-y.
minds. Bella comes and he's like, oh snap, this is one of those humans that tastes so good I can't even control myself and I can't read her mind. And so Bella is Edward's tasty human. As a result, he's been following her home, watching her sleep, reading her friends' minds, and telling her to stay far away from him. But Bella doesn't care. She is in love, and he is in love with her. He has a perfect body that sparkles like a diamond in the sunlight. She wears Converse and likes to sit around at home. They're helpless to each other.
There was nothing that could be done.
They're not interesting.
Edward's not boring.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Edward? Edward's not boring.
It is boring. All he does is just pine and is a creep.
No.
He's
No, he
romantic.
drives his freaking Volvo super, super fast all the time, and then he goes out with his brother, and they turn into, like, wild animals and kill grizzly bears. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, man, he's driving his
I don't
Volvo
know,
all
that's
over the place. You don't even know.
This part I was disappointed. I was like, oh, Edward's much more of a creep. Because I remember thinking that as a
Yeah.
kid, being like, Edward's a creep. And then I was like, he is.
You're like, damn,
He
I
is
was
a
right.
You nailed it.
Bella does meet the rest of the Cullen family. So Edward and Bella, they kind of just like, it's very much like, I want to kill you and drink your blood so bad, but I love you. And she's like, I don't care and I love you. And there's a lot of that. And then the meadow scene, which is what Stephanie Meyer's dream. That's like one of the most probably well-known scenes of a young adult fiction. I don't know. It's up there.
Really, where he sparkles.
And
Where he
that's
sparkles,
where-
yeah.
that's where we get in the movie, they do it differently. And it's like in some woods. And that's where we get the whole like, say it, vampire.
Out
That whole-
loud. Yeah.
Say it
That
out
doesn't
loud.
happen in the
That
book.
whole-
To be
No,
fair,
that trash is not in there.
book, the
Mm-mm.
book does it a lot better than the movie. So a lot of hate
It
you might
does.
have for Twilight is actually not based on the book. It's based on the movie.
It's just
That's my
baffling
opinion.
creative decisions by the movie, especially in terms of context, because they get
Yeah.
it's so important to know where the characters are coming from, and they explain themselves so much more, and they made the characters much more teenagery in the movie, which made it worse.
Yeah.
Book-
Adaptation was rough. This scene, though, the meadow scene, I was like, okay, I do get this. Like, I get
Yeah.
why this is so appealing. Is like, he is a killer, right? But he, like, wants to be with her, and so he's trying to do the self-control thing, which is, everybody knows, that's like, that's the sexiest thing you can do is try not to have sex. You know what I mean? So he's like getting as close as he can
Tell
and
me
like
about it.
smelling, Kyle knows. He's like smelling her neck and like, because that's where the tasty blood is, and just trying to get close and just kind of hold the tension. And then she sort of moves in. Then he's like a bullet. He runs away and he's like
So
that's
is-
sexy.
So is he horny or is he hungry?
Both.
It's both.
Weird combination.
I feel like it's honestly the most human combination there is. If I had to describe myself in 2 words, horny
Yeah,
and
but-
hungry.
but not the same thing. You're hungry for a hamburger. You're not horny for a cow
Yeah,
or
but
a
just
hamburger.
imagine your hamburger was also the thing that you're horny for, and boom, you're right there.
You're right. That'd be hard to resist.
Yeah.
My goodness.
It's hard to
like
relate.
a Carl's Jr. commercial. Okay. You know the feeling.
Yeah.
You've
It's
seen
exa-
them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's like that. Remember that Jessica Simpson Carl's Jr. commercial? when we
Yes,
were
I
kids?
do.
Yeah, there was also one from the Super Bowl that changed my entire life.
Yeah,
There you
we were 14 during this time and learning things about ourselves.
Like
Yes, we were.
hamburgers are super sexy.
Can be sexy.
But it doesn't work the
Wow.
way you want it to. Onions burn.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like it the way it is.
I liked that better the way it was. Anyways.
Alrighty, well.
And this is This is where we
Mhm.
get my favorite scene, where Edward
Okay.
and Bella, they're, like, in love with each other, and there's a
Mm.
lot of them, like, chatting in rooms and them sneaking around, and it goes on for a long
Yeah.
they don't court for a long time. There's the meadow scene, and then they're just, like, together, and then it's like, "You have to meet my family. You have to meet my family," and then they're just, like, in love with each other.
It happens
Kinda
fast.
it's fast and takes but it's also takes forever, and it's a lot of, like, logistics of, like, "We gotta go and meet my family," and then we go over and meet my family, and then he went over and sat in the chair, and then I went over and sat in the chair with him, and then he was
Huh.
like, "Don't sit too hard," and she was like, "Oh, I can't sit too hard," and he's like, "Ah, I could kill you with a touch." And so
You know, to be fair, to Edward's credit, he did try to resist her for what, like 2 seconds?
Yeah.
it was like a month.
It was like a month, which is an eternity in vampire years.
He
Yeah, and if
had to
they
keep
don't hunt, they get fucked up.
Yeah, I was gonna say he had to keep hunting more to, like, drink the animal blood because it's like a post-nut clarity thing, and then he wouldn't wanna kill Bella, but so he had to, like, extra hunt.
So he was just doing a number on the local animal population during this
Yeah,
time.
dude.
Yeah.
He was just, "Keep your dog inside."
I like that it wasn't like deer is something people hunt. It's like they're going out and killing the apex
The
predators.
predators, yeah, there's, like, not that many of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
you would
man.
yeah, that's actually a very bad move because
It's not
then
good.
the
Yeah,
deers are
that's
gonna
effed
run
up.
rampant.
You're gonna go after grizzlies in Washington, the population's low as it is.
Yeah, get a
We don't oh
caribou.
my gosh. Okay,
Monsters.
Edward, Hunter, Trump, Donald Jr. Who doesn't Trump's kids hunt for sport? I don't know.
Who doesn't? All the rich people do. We're all gonna die
I
equally
don't.
Do you
rich.
think the Cullens would have been, like, MAGA?
I
I
think they
think
would
they
have been like, "We're above all this. We don't care." And
yeah,
people would be like, "You should care. You have a lot
you
of
should
power.
care. There's a
You can
lot you
make a
could
lot of
do to help
changes."
people.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, when Bella finally meets the Cullens, they're like, "Let's go play baseball because it be thundering. It's a thunderstorm." And they like to play baseball because when they hit the ball, it sounds like thunder, which that's a real strong bat. Like, where are they getting
Yeah, the
these
bat should
bats?
explode.
Show me a bat that won't shatter every damn time you hit it that
Yeah.
hard.
And it's
Yeah.
also funny that this gave us just one of the best needle drops of all time when supermassive black hole dropped.
Supermassive. Yeah,
Oh
hell
my
yeah.
gosh, really? That seems
Oh, yeah.
iconic.
I love Muse. Can we talk about they're so good.
Muse is so good.
Muses bangers.
I think Stephanie did well, I actually know this. She did dedicate one of the books to Muse.
That's
band.
awesome. That's really
Was it
cool.
one of the good ones?
I mean, there's only 4, right? So I guess she's done others. Ooh, fun fact, I didn't say this. The Host is her Alien book, and the
Mhm.
main character's name? Melanie.
And that is?
I actually
My
know who that
mom.
is. I know that was your
I
mom.
know who it is, but I'm saying for the audience.
The audience, yes. Okay. Melanie's my mom. Our little copy, I'm never going to stop cashing in on this. I'm just going to do it right now. I'm just going to get it all out, all the clout. The inside, like, jacket of our copy of The Host says to the Melanie.
That's insane,
Ooh.
dude.
Hell yeah.
That's
that is
freaking
cool.
insane.
So she
That's
might
fun.
hear this.
I'm gonna post that clip on socials for clout. Hella clout. And get all
I
the
don't-
hella clout.
I'm actually kind of like nervous that Stephanie Meyer, who I don't know, last time I saw her was at a family reunion, like before she got famous.
Her? You've seen her?
Well, yeah, but like I was like a child. I'm pretty sure I caught a frog that day, and that's what I was
What?
thinking about. She was not famous. So, anyways,
You
I
caught a
don't
frog
know
in
her,
front of
but
Stephanie
she's gonna be
Meyer?
like, "Come on, you just got shit on my book, Melanie's son. I'm gonna change the host and call her
Yeah.
fucking
That's all right.
Stephanie."
It was not a successful follow up. So let's
Yeah.
get
To the real Melanie and her
Yeah,
bitch ass
sorry.
son.
Okay. They play baseball. That's where we were. So when they're playing baseball, they're joined by unexpected guests. 3 nomadic vampires, not the friendly kind. They smell Bella's humanity immediately, and one of them, James, the deadly hunter, marks Bella as his prey. The Cullens dismiss the visitors, but it's too late. James cannot be stopped once he's marked as prey, and the hunt has begun.
Damn.
Yeah, this is where it gets boring. I think Jacob gets introduced in this, and he's just like some guy. This stuff was boring. I listened to it at 2.0 speed at this point. I was kind of like, let's get
I
to
actually
this.
thought this is where it got entertaining to me once James showed up. Because then we got a scary vampire.
All of the
I don't-
action is here.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. For some reason, I have preferred the lead up to them becoming like to her finding out and like her meeting the family because interesting
You
lore
lo-
stuff. And then
The foreplay.
the
Yeah.
action started to happen, and I was not even the foreplay. It's like that was all the sex, and this is like the after. This is like just some random bullshit afterwards. Like it was
Like
just
post-coital maniac hunters? What are you talking about?
yeah, I don't know. I wasn't making
That's
this
exactly what
sexual
he's
at
talking
all.
about.
You guys are the ones who brought the foreplay thing up.
Yeah, you said coital.
It was just because it's like a lot of describing people moving quickly. You know what I mean? Like action in books is
Yeah,
boring.
you're right. Action in books can be hard to read
Yeah.
because it's like
It's like,
and then
oh, and then they
somehow they
whipped
made a
over there
movie
and it was
about it.
impossible fast. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, but then in the movie it
Anyways.
sucked. That was a bummer.
Whoa. The movie
In the
was weird.
movie, what was a bummer?
I thought the effects in the movie, like, were not cool either.
Yeah. It's a
They
weird
weren't.
budget for that first movie.
Seriously.
Yeah, they were really not.
Okay,
They were
so
like, okay, this might not be good. Let's only give it like 10 mil. And they're like, oh, it's the biggest movie in the world. Give it 20.
oh, shoot. Shoot, it's the biggest thing we've ever done.
Oh man. Well, the Cullens, they spring into action immediately and concoct a whole plan, a very well thought through plan to keep Bella safe from James, involving deception, visions of the future, and a really long road trip. But James's plan is better. He just calls Bella on the phone and tells her, hey, I kidnapped your mom, and then plays like a tape of her mom's voice. And Bella's like, oh my God. So she walks all alone right into his trap. And James savagely attacks her and beats the crap out of her and bites her and injects her with his vampire venom.
So, is he trying to turn her into a vampire, or is he just trying to eat her?
No, I think he just has a venom that will like kill her and then make it easier.
He's just trying to, like a spider paralyzes
because they all have
prey.
powers, and like I think his is the venom thing, isn't it?
No, they all have the venom because
Is
that's
they-
what turns
oh.
you. If you bite someone but you don't drain them and they live, they'll turn into a vampire. That's how this one works.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
That
So he
got
bit her,
I was
and
confused.
he's gonna
It's okay.
and he's
Yep. But the Cullens show up just in time, tear James limb from limb, and burn all the pieces, which in this world is how you actually kill a vampire.
As you rip them apart, and get the head
and
off.
I
You
thought
rip them.
that was so damn cool when they knock his head off. I just thought, how come no one's talking about this? Like, his head gets cut
A
off,
head
right?
chop is always dope.
A head
Even
chop
when you
is
read
dope.
that, a head
And I'm
chop
like,
is dope.
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, creepy vampire. No one tells me vampires chop a head off of another vampire. That's cool. That's more in Blade material. They should be talking
Yeah,
about
I
that
like
more.
it. I want the head chopped off. Give
I
me
want
the
the head
chop
chop off.
Yeah.
You're gonna write it, embrace it.
Yeah. Thank you, Stephanie. Good job.
Yeah, Stephanie,
Well
we
done.
appreciate you.
Got a decapitation in here. Couldn't be happier. Edward sees that Bella is turning into a vampire and, with great self-control, does the thing he's been wanting to do since the beginning of the book and just sucks her dry, but stops right before she dies. And she barely survives. And then somebody says at one point, so the lion fell in love with the lamb.
Okay, who says that? You can't just throw that in. Just someone,
Somebody said it.
one of the family
Yeah.
standing around said that.
No,
It's
I think it's actually much earlier in the book, but I wanted to say it.
yeah.
Okay.
So we have a child. Our podcast is inspired and birthed a child, and they watch. It's about vertical dramas. Shout out to G and Tiff. Talk drama to me. But
Hell yeah.
I
Hell yeah.
caught one of them, and this quote has made it into one of the vertical dramas. And it's one thing I've noticed that happens in bad romance stuff, and has popped up in here. It's when people who shouldn't do this, they speak in platitudes exclusively,
Yeah.
and
At an inappropriate time.
and you're just like, you don't. When you're in high school, you don't know what a platitude is. You don't know any of these. It would be like, oh, you're like so dangerous, but I love you. Like that would be
That's
what
how you
you'd
would say it.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, I mean, it makes sense for Edward to say it, maybe
Edward-
because he's 1,000. But
So,
I think Edward does say it. And I'm like, even if you're 1,000-year-old vampire, like if you say cringy shit like that, if he was like, and so the lion fell in love with the lamb, I'd be like, did you just fucking call yourself
Yeah.
a lion? What the hell, dude?
one of
and
the
you
other,
called your girlfriend a lamb?
For
That's not-
reals?
yeah, also calling your girlfriend a lamb, no good. And then one of the other guys
No.
should just be like, that's super lame.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
The way I read it when Evan said that is I thought he sucked her, she's almost dead, and then one of his family's like, and the lion fell in love with the lamb. It's like, what an inappropriate thing to say right now when Edward's girlfriend almost died.
Like it would make
Oh.
sense if a douchey character said that as a joke to another douchey
Yeah.
character, not your leads.
But it was one of the Cullens who just really wanted to get a word in. They hadn't said much since baseball, and they said it, and then they regretted it immediately because everyone got mad.
But then there is a thing that I do like about them, which is that they are, now in thinking with this, they are glib and kind of dicks. Like they
Yeah.
do, which I think you would be. If you've lived for forever, you would kind of be like, whatever, man.
Yeah.
Like you would have
It's
that
like, you
energy. And
die?
they have
You
that. Well, school's too hard, but then also they're still in school, so it's weird. It's having its cake and it's sucking it too.
you
Just
can't tell
sucking and
me
sucking it.
that as a grown-ass adult who's been alive for hundreds of years, you wouldn't spend your entire time out of high school. Look me in the eye and tell me you wouldn't do that with your
I would,
immortality.
oh my God, I would be alone with a Roku so fast out in the woods. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Oh,
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page about that. That's what we do. Well, Twilight is fundamentally a story about falling in love. Scary, overpowering, and all-consuming feeling that can lead one to deprioritize everything else, even survival or one's own moral code. And that said, it's a story not without its critics. Whether you see it as an enchanting romance or a moody hot garbage book, there's no denying it changed pop culture forever. Ultimately, Twilight is a book that left an entire generation feeling the same way Bella feels about Edward. We love it, no matter how much it sucks.
Damn, brutal.
and you know what, guys? Twilight's not that bad. The book is not
It's not
that
that
bad.
bad. It's a fun.
It's not.
After reading Fourth Wing, this read like a freaking breeze. After reading 50 Shades and Fourth
I would say
Ring,
after reading 50 Shades, because I actually read 100 pages of 50 Shades before I thought, no.
what's up with you and romance, dude? Every romance book you've said no.
Yeah,
and
you
just haven't
nope
read
out
it.
of every one.
Do I nope out of every romance book?
Well, did you
Every
read
single
Fourth Wing?
You didn't read Fourth Wing.
I got most of the way through Fourth Wing.
No,
Oh,
you
that's
read like
right.
half. You said you read like half or less than half.
He quit right before the third
I
act.
quit right before the third act, which I regret
okay.
because it got really cool.
Because
But
there was
I
too much
like what-
romance.
No,
This
because
is what I have to say this really quick about the ending line. I just couldn't. He's a vampire, so he sucks.
No, that was good.
You
And-
know,
Yeah, and I get
I
it.
don't think it sucks that much. I need to backpedal because I was like, oh, it's a clever bit, but I don't. I mean, it's good. It's a whole thing. It's a phenomenon. Go ahead, Kyle.
it's a phenomenon, and you know it's
I
not
respect
trash.
it
So
a lot more.
I do.
Yeah.
I respect it, and I like what you said about that love is like a scary, overpowering thing, because that's how it felt to me when I fell in love. Is I'm like, nothing else matters. The whole world could burn to the ground, and I wouldn't give an F as long as I was with this person. And so, coming back to this book, I'm like, yeah, love can be kind of chaotic and dangerous if you're not the two people involved, and everyone else can be like, this is asinine, what's happening? But it doesn't matter because you're in love. And so it's an interesting depiction of love that way, and I appreciate it. So thank you.
And when you read it, it does keep you interested. I think the reason that the action stuff got me bored is because it takes you out of the thing that is interesting. Because like even I mean, it's the easy joke to be like Edward's a creep, but the way they describe it, you're like, oh, I get it. Like he's dead and has never felt these things before.
Yeah.
And so you're like when I remember reading that, I'd be like, oh shit, that actually kind of does make a little bit of sense. But then also he's in fucking high school, so it's still weird. But you're like, it makes like when you're reading it, if you don't think about it, goes out smooth.
It does go down smooth. You're right. And we as a society have collectively decided to shit on Twilight. And I think a lot of it has to do with the movies. I mean, I think freaking Robert Pattinson has truly become one of the best actors we've seen in a long, long time. He's so freaking good. But for some reason, just like you said, maybe the writers or the director, the choices of these movies were just weird. And
It's just hard to adapt. The way that it's
Yeah.
written is super hard to adapt and not make it super weird. And I think like,
yeah, it's meant to be a book. Like she wrote it as a book, not a freaking screenplay.
and
'Cause
it's
it plays
bizarre.
better.
Yeah, it's a bizarre stuff when you actually have to sit and watch it. You're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
But when you read it, you get it a little bit better because you can picture it in your own head and make those logic jumps. So it's not
And
that bad.
That's why books are important, because the book medium is very different than the TV medium, and you need both.
100%. I
Eh.
was thinking about love while I was reading this book, and it's a crazy thing that happens to us. Everybody knows what we're talking about when you say falling in love. Like, people know what that is. It's like all of the songs are about that. Most of the poems are about that. Like, we write like so much, we create so much art about this like feeling that happens. I think it's as close to like doing drugs or like a psychedelic trip, like but your body produces it. Because DNA, it's like, we just gotta get these people copulating, we just gotta get them, and so it's like, it makes sense that the most powerful feeling that you can feel, that feels like overpowering and hijacks you completely, is like that initial activation energy to just be like, "Hey, get together," And, I think it's fascinating that we're, like, enamored with the idea of it, and I think that I don't know, I was just thinking about that because that's what this whole book's about, is that irrational attraction?
And I
Yeah,
think it's like nobody understands it because it's like you're saying, it's like a shared experience, but it's unique to every person. So everybody has like a version that they want to put out. And so like when you watch it in a movie, it's hard. But when you read it, you put
mhm.
your own shit in there, and you're kind of there's little bits where you're like, oh, I do feel like hot and bothered. Like I feel like, there's little things that everybody's body does. Your blood pressure rises or whatever, and like
And then what
you get
happens?
warmer.
And
Whatever.
then
That's like just what happens to
Where
everybody.
does the
But
blood go?
where
and
what?
then your penis gets engorged,
Okay, there we go.
Gross. Ew, 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 ew,
and then
ew.
and then it shoots out of your butt, and then,
What?
and then you pass out and you have to go to the hospital.
What the fuck?
Is that not what happens to everybody else when they fell in love?
Not
Bro, you gotta go to a doctor.
I can't. My healthcare stuff isn't that good. There's somebody in the office of the leader of places that makes it hard for stuff to work good.
The office of leader of place.
You know what? I know exactly what you're talking about. weird.
Bastards.
Anyways, but so like with a book like this, it's interesting that like when I was reading the more lovey-dovey stuff, I was like, this is actually like interesting in a
Yeah.
weird like I'm fine listening to this. And then the more I got into the vampire lore stuff, I was like, to the trash. It was
Is that yeah, that the vampire violence is secondary to this love story? Like that's kind of crazy when you think about it.
yeah.
And
And
it,
it's
it
the
speaks
worst
to
part
her
of
as
the
a
love
writer.
story. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that's the difference between like this and 50 Shades because I did read a good amount of 50 Shades of Grey. It's just 400 pages.
It's very long.
It's very long. But like this
The Fifty
this is a
Shades book
love
has better
story.
plot. I will definitely say that.
Okay, 50 Shades has a better plot, but I just feel like this is a naive. No, it doesn't. What the hell are we talking about? A guy gets
Just so you disagree
decapitated
with
in
that.
this.
I was like, where is this going?
I
This one,
don't think
like
so.
halfway through, they don't introduce the main issue until like halfway through the book of James. There's no
Well, the main issue
antagonist
is
or
that he's a
anything
vampire.
until it's not even an issue. They get over that in like a in like one
That's
sentence.
true. They find
Like the
find a way to
whole
make it work.
first half of the book is them just talking about it and coming to terms with it and falling in love. And
But
then the
Mikhail,
plot
you don't
kicks in.
get it. It's like if it's like a lamb fell in love with a lion and then went
Could
back to
you
the
imagine?
lion's den.
Imagine for a second, if you will. You know lions. They're big, they're scary.
Yeah, they're big,
And
they're
look at a
scary.
lamb. Lambs are nowhere ever near lions. So imagine how scary it would be if a lion fell in love with a lamb. How'd he find it? How'd
You
he
are
get to
gonna
that
be the
lamb?
best uncle ever, dude. That is like a old. I want to get up on your knee and just hear the rest of that story.
I just want you to
Yeah.
bounce me to sleep.
That's, I know somebody else who likes when I bounce them to sleep.
Yeah, speaking of, does this book inspire any strategies in the bedroom, fellas? You
A
ever
lot of
you've been
sucking
saying
people dry seems to be the move.
Sometimes I say, man, I just want to kill you. Every time I see you, I want to kill you. And then it just gets it gets it going,
Yeah, sometimes after reading this, I'll sniff my wife and then run away as fast as I can. Because that's what I don't know. It seemed to work. Worked for Edward.
I was going right up
That'll
that
get
same
'em.
path of sometimes I just lean over to Tiff and I'm just like, I hope you know that I could crush your face with one move. That's the thing he says. He's like, if
He
I
does
didn't
say that.
control myself, I could crush your skull. She's
I
like,
could do
oh,
it on
really?
accident.
Yeah, sometimes I lean over to my wife. I'm like, I am so powerful. And she's
You don't know the bounds of my power.
I have the high ground.
I could crush you like a twig.
I could,
And let me tell
Yeah,
you,
we
she doesn't
know.
ever get annoyed and tell me to shut up. She, super turned on.
If somebody sees one of our wives / girlfriends, just give them a hug. They need
they
all the
need it.
love and support they can
Give
get.
him a hug, buy him a
truly.
drink.
And just say
Yeah.
it's not your fault.
It is their fault. They
not your
chose
fault.
us. I know
Oh my goodness.
Tiffany can
Well,
hear me. This is gonna be great. She's probably like, "What were you talking about on
What are
that?"
you talking about? Well, Mac, a book in one word and read it yourself or leave it on the shelf. Let's get a review going here.
Damn it, we skipped the fun facts.
You want to do fun facts?
Yeah, I want
Stephanie
to do fun
Meyer.
facts. Sorry, you wrote it. I'm curious.
Let's rattle off some fun facts. We got some time. Stephanie Meyer had never written fiction before Twilight. She drafted the book in 3 months after that vivid dream. I already said that. It was part of
That's
the script.
insane. That's insane, though.
Three
And
three
again,
months is
just bringing it
fast.
up, she did this in 3 months. So now we have 2 ladies who have written a book in a night and 3 months. Just saying. Just want
And
to put that
just
up.
define the genre. Yeah, Mary Shelley, Stephanie
goodness.
Meyer.
Ladies get it done.
Killing it, truly. Here's one that I forgot to write down. So, 50 Shades of Grey was Twilight fan fiction that got very popular. And they were like, you could publish this as long as you make it not related to Twilight. So they changed a few names, changed the plot so he's a billionaire, not a vampire, and bada bing, bada boom, 50 Shades of Grey. So
That's crazy too.
it kind of spurred the two most popular romance series.
I feel like Stephanie Meyer should get a cut of 50 Shades of Grey.
She should.
She
Also,
should.
it just happened again with that Alchemized. Have you heard of this?
No.
There is a Harry
The
Potter
Harry
fanfic.
Potter one.
Yeah,
Really?
where Hermione and Draco have a bit of a BDSM thing, and that was called Manacled. And they did the same thing. They just changed the names, and she just sold the movie rights for $3 million.
$1,000,000.
Wait, are you serious? This is a real movie that's coming out, and it's
Yep.
just brought.
real
It's just
book.
Draco and Hermione placeholder.
Yeah, Alchemized is the changed version of it.
And you know what would be funny?
Yes.
Tom Felton and
Yeah.
Emma
I
Watson.
know where you're going.
I haven't seen them in anything in a while. So that could
Yeah,
be-
Tom Felton isn't doing
Okay.
shit. He hasn't been in anything since Planet of the Apes reboot, which was awesome.
she was in like The Circle, so get him in there.
The
We all remember
American
that.
classic, The Circle.
You know that one that has Tom Hanks in it?
Yep, I know of it. The book was rejected 9 times before Little Brown.
And
accepted
those
it.
9 publishers are still punching themselves in the balls
Right now they're
for
punching
passing
themselves
it
in
up.
the balls.
Yeah, as
actively
they
right
should
now.
be.
Yeah.
And it's like Lady Gaga said a million times. 99 people in a room of 100 could not believe in you, but it just takes one.
Baby, you were born this way.
Poke her face.
That was nice. The meadow scene.
You said that one.
I already said this. Yeah, it's famous. The meadows. People
It is
like the
famous.
meadow scene.
One time I went in a meadow and I took my shirt off and nothing happened and everyone ran away and I thought, you guys don't get it. You're not romance.
Well, that doesn't mean nothing happened. Something definitely happened.
It's not the result
You're-
I wanted.
You were rejected by tons
I
of
was
people.
rejected by tons.
That's okay.
Someone said, come get their fat husband. And then someone apologized to my wife and told her it's not her fault.
This happened recently.
This happened yesterday. No, I've never taken my shirt off. No, I take my shirt off in meadows all the time. What am I saying?
I was
You
gonna say
did
you've
have
done
a bit
that
of
with
a-
us.
Yeah, like you ripped so many shirts in in the spur of the moment.
Yeah,
in, like
that
the
was-
heat of the moment. You ripped a lot of shirts.
Yeah, I still take my shirt off every once in a while when I'm outside. It just feels like the right thing to do. But now that I'm a grown adult, I can't do it in public like I did. I stopped my senior year because
That was the
I didn't want to get
threshold.
arrested. So towards the end of the senior year, I'm like, I'm gonna stop taking off my shirt everywhere.
You're telling me you don't mow your lawn and just pop that top off?
No, dude, because guess what's in my backyard?
A
It's a
graveyard.
cemetery.
The best time to pop that top off, grab a cold beer, and just look over the widows
No. Also,
The
I got
widows. Oh
And your
shit.
crows.
That's depressing as shit. There are a lot of crows there.
I didn't get it, then I got it. Okay. Well, Mac, what do you think?
vampire.
Okay, that's fair.
And
My
read
turn?
it yourself or leave it on the shelf.
Oh, I have to do all of them? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just knock
leave
them
it
out
on
at the same
shelf.
time.
You're good. You're good. You don't need
Oh.
to read it.
Okay.
You can, if you haven't read Twilight by now, you might as well go back and read it. You don't need to. You probably don't even. Honestly, you don't even need to listen to this podcast. You should, if you got to this point and you haven't turned the podcast off. Good for you. You should.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think you'll enjoy the book more than you think if you read it. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
You didn't read it, so you don't get to do these.
I did when I was 14, when I was an evolved 14-year-old boy. who
Put
was
yourself
so
back.
evolved.
Put yourself back in 14-year-old Kyle. Look in one word and read it yourself or leave it on the shelf.
Okay. The book in one word would be Twilight, and I would read it myself.
All right. I think that there is a law against using the title of the book as your book in one word. I'm pretty sure that's in the bylaws.
Well, Cullen said vampire.
But the book's not called Vampire.
Okay, if I had to say book in one word, I would say angsty.
Angsty.
Nice.
Okay. I'm going to say repressed.
Mm.
And I
Great.
would say I'll probably leave it on the shelf here. Yeah, it's like it's just you're too late.
Oh, it's
You're
been
way too
20
late.
years. It's been 20
All right.
years. Just go watch the movie. Leave us alone.
or something.
Turn the podcast off. Go home.
Or
Get some
apparently
friends.
tune into one of the many offshoots of fan fiction, which is blown up. Which is crazy to
They
me.
get
Go write
really
your own
crazy
fan
and
fiction.
nasty.
Yeah.
All your
Talk
fantasies.
about Buckbeak just going wild on one of those on another hippogriff or something. You know what I mean? Let's have Dobby and Buckbeak get freaky.
Yeah. Buckbeak stared up at the Dementor and thought, what's under that robe? I can only imagine. And then Dobby said, Dobby knows and will tell you for a sock.
Dobby is a very bad elf. Dobby is a bad elf. Tell Dobby he's a bad elf.
Since we're realizing that
Keep going,
Twilight
keep
is
going.
yeah, can you do more BDSM,
What other
Dobby?
naughty Dobby do you have?
No, not like that. Dobby needs more clothes. More clothes Dobby needs.
Dobby just spilled all over. What are you gonna do about Dobby? He's been so bad.
Dobby's been very bad. You need to punish Dobby.
Punish Dobby.
All right.
Dobby
Well,
must be punished. He has not been punished enough. Keep
11:55.
punishing Dobby.
it's okay. It's 11:55. Let's wrap her up.
I can't breathe. Shit.
Man, well, that was fun. That's Twilight, everybody. Another book in the books. Thank you to my dear second cousin, Stephanie Meyer. We should, if I see you at a family reunion, I'll be like, hi, Stephanie. That's what I'll say. And thanks for waking up from a crazy dream and getting right to work, turning an entire decade upside down. Huge thanks to our fake sponsor, Vitamin D. Most people don't get enough of that, which is why we get sad and you got to go outside or supplement. If you like the show, we just thank you. I'm glad you like it. We're delighted that you like it. The number one and only thing you can really do to help us is help us appease the algorithm, which just doing anything does that. Likes, follows, comments, it all sort of just appeases the Borg, which we got to do. So parting advice, Mac?
Nobody wants to see your food. Stop taking pictures of it.
Agree wholeheartedly. Well, we love you. See you next time.